Welcome to the future. Those 3D models are fully generated by AI using nothing else than Hi3D. Forget 3D modeling or 3D scanning. You write the text about your wildest ideas or just take a picture. Upload this to Hi3D and about 5 minutes you have your 3D model that before took hours to model. In this video I have chance to show you how AI finally made its way to 3D printing world, and oh boy, you will see what Hi3D can do. AI is developing at extreme speeds, and so do Hi3D, and it has reached to the point where humans cannot beat it. If you watch the following video you will agree, so better let's get started. I asked Hi3D directly if this is capable of producing mechanical parts. They answered me no, but this is under development. But I decided to try it anyway, and I find one ship propeller picture with front and side views. This is the first time I'm loading multiple pictures instead of one. First I selected multi-view to 3D. Then you can upload 4 images, but only front view is required. So I uploaded front view and also a side view. For the model type I used fast, because this doesn't look complicated and fine detailed model. Also I don't generate textures because I don't see any need for this type of model. Then I started generating. This ship propeller isn't complex model and I used fast mode. The model was ready in 1 minute. I have worked with propellers and impellers many times before, and I can say this is for sure an absolutely working ship propeller, and it looks exactly how I expected. So can you use Hi3D for generating working mechanical models? Well, for now I say yes you can. Of course it depends on the model, but this propeller 100% passed the test. Also you can export the model as .obj, which is easily modifiable in Fusion 360. So you can sketch the needed connections by yourself. And also you can do some modeling inside the program if needed. The next model I generated is somewhat in the mechanical category, but not exactly. I found a nice picture of nuclear reactor. This is a cutaway drawing, and if I can generate a model out of it, it would be nice educational cutaway model for nuclear reactor. I uploaded a single image that I found online. I selected geometry only because again, for this type of model I don't really care about textures. But for the model type I used quality instead of fast. Now I started generating. Because this model is more complex and I used quality mode, this took around 5 to 7 minutes. But when I got the result, well, oh boy, this is way better than I expected. Something like this I wanted to see. I like that you can see the details that you actually cannot see on the pictures. And mistakes are small and unnoticeable pretty much. Like one small error is around the area where there are a lot of small pipes. The model turned out way better than I expected, and I give 10 out of 10 for this one. Absolutely amazing. From the mechanical models I moved on to completely different type of models. Food models. First of all, few words why I'm inspired to make 3D models out of food. When I traveled to South Korea, in front of every restaurant were menus, and the menus were extremely high quality 3D models of the actual food they are serving. I had never seen something like this before, and I was wondering how the hell they are making those. As a matter of fact, I still don't know how. But I was thinking, maybe if I have a food picture, and I upload this to Hi3D, maybe I can create those by myself. So I tried. This is one of the first model generations I tried here. As you can see, I tried to generate nice plate of pasta. This one was generated with fast mode, but I was not happy with the result. I tried with the quality mode the exact same picture, and for sure it's better. But I didn't stop here. I also tried ramen. Again I searched for the best picture I can and uploaded and generated it. The result is really nice, but when we rotate it a little, we see the green onions in the middle and the bamboo sticks are a bit weird. I know why. This setting over here. I chose view aligned instead of canonical pose. View aligned makes the model more 3D printable, and that's why some parts looks a bit weird, but this is easier to 3D print. When I generated the piece of salmon, I selected the canonical pose instead of view aligned, and this time the model looks more realistic, but by just looking at the model, I can tell this model is challenged to 3D print. Even if you don't have good ideas what to do by yourself, or just searching something cool to 3D print, the model library is massive. I spent a fair amount of time here and I can say the selection is huge, filled with so cool 3D models. Hi3D always creates a clean mess and usable geometry, which makes this actually a practical tool for everyone who works with 3D models or 3D printers. Who plans to 3D print your generated models, I wanna introduce you model segmentation tool. This makes 3D printing those models just so simple. It works by splitting the model in multiple parts. So you can 3D print the model in multiple pieces or print with multiple colors. Let me show you. First, I selected my already generated model, and then I choose how many different parts I want from this one model. Then press generate, and it's basically that simple. But if you wanna do more fine tuning, then you can use professional mode. Here you first generate a mask, and then you can see the preview that you can change for your liking, for different parts and segments. I'm honest with you, I discovered this feature at the end of making this video, and I didn't have too much time to play around with this feature. But I knew this is the game-changing feature, and the current moment this is still in beta mode, but even though this is still extremely useful tool. Also, split to print makes printing big models possible, and to connect the segments into a complete project. Hi3D offers you 3 different connection types: ball connector, rivet connector, and toe tail connector. Each has its own usage, like a ball connector makes the model more flexible and movable, while rivet connection only let the part rotate. For permanent static connection, use toe tail connection. Each split part is 3D printable, and now use smart arrangement to rotate and orient the models on the build plate in the best possible way, and then send this to slicer directly. Hi3D doesn't have a slicer, but it's more like a pre-slicer, where you can export the print settings and models directly to your slicer. For multicolor printing, there is another feature called multicolor printing. This is really convenient to use. You select your asset aka 3D model and press generate. Hi3D makes the color by itself. You can also select how much different colors you want to create. Then you just have to export this to your slicer and start printing. At the beginning of the video, I jumped right into the picture to 3D model generation, and I skipped one important feature: image generation. Generate your wildest ideas from text to image and then the image to 3D model. Hi3D has just so sufficient workflow. And by the way, if you wanna try Hi3D by yourself, they offer you free trial, and I mean the free trial is truly free. You don't need to start filling in your credit card information and so on. You register your account and start generating. That's all. Before I upgraded mine to Pro version, I did the free trial, and I can tell you by myself, this is exactly what I just told you, and the same product. You just have limitation how many models you can generate. So pause the video, register account, and you see I am not lying to you. I have generated bunch of models already, and it's time to print some out. First I printed my generated mug. This was generated from text to image and image to 3D. Now I'm printing my wild idea that I write down into real life. How 2026 is that? Also the ship propeller that we made at the beginning. This is so weird that those 2 models are made with AI just in about 5 to 7 minutes. Like, I am 3D modeler and this type of models takes hours of work. The result is shocking. So good. But I didn't stop here. I also printed the other mug that was also from text to 3D. Because I have Bambulab H2D, I added some colors. Again, this model that is in front of me in real life was generated just from the text I write down. This is so weird to think about. My final print is the pharaoh head. I choose the effect filament that one side appear black and other red. This gives this model nice effect. But if I inspect the model closely, I mean, how the hell Hi3D did this? Like, in the PC you don't understand how well this is actually made after you print this out. This is by far the favorite print in this video. And again, I just found one random picture online and now I have this in real life. This is crazy. At the beginning we did some multi-angle generation, but I wanna do it again. This time I took some random objects from my home and did 4 pictures with my phone. Front, 2 sides and back. Then I uploaded the image into the right order and pressed generate. After about 7 minutes, the model is here, and what can I say? Forget the 3D scanners, all you need is phone and Hi3D. The result is excellent. You saw what Hi3D can do, and if you have any interest in this product, just go and register the trial. You can test this by yourself. I had extremely pleasant time exploring Hi3D and I won't look back. I keep using it for a long time from now. I hope I light up some spark in you. But thank you for watching and see you guys soon. Bye.